Oye, mi gente, you're listening to the Red Lips Real Talk podcast,
where we talk about life, love, and everything in between. You already know, it's time to get real.
Dale.
Parenting doesn't end, but it changes, sometimes in ways we never expected. Today, we're embracing the bittersweet space between letting go and moving forward.
Okay, so let's be real. We raise our kids, wipe the tears, pack the lunches, survive the teenage years, and then one day, boom, they're gone. Maybe off to college. Now they're chasing their dreams or just moving out. And suddenly you're in a quiet house, staring at their old baby pictures thinking, what now? That emotional punch, that's what we call the empty nest syndrome. A mix of emotions like pride, celebration, and then sadness, grief, even loss of identity, and then pride and celebration again. And guess what? You're not crazy. It's real. And so many people go through this alone, quietly. But in my case, with a glass of wine in my hand. And let me tell you, I just lived through it. My youngest just graduated high school. And I felt this wave of joy and pride. And then out of nowhere came that heavy pause, and I started to think, what am I going to do with my time now? I mean, and I'm not really an empty nester as of yet because my kids are still living at home while they're going to college, but I do feel a shift. They're here, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Jasmine, I know that you're ahead of us a little bit because your daughter actually left to college. Mm-hmm. And how are you handling that?
It's been a 4-year journey. And she left again because she graduated at FSU, fell in love, and now moved in with her boyfriend. Thank God I like him, because if I didn't like him, girl. I'm going to tell you that a big portion of my identity was being a mom.
Right.
And it has been my biggest pride and joy and a privilege to be their mother. I raised my daughters to not have to need me anymore. And when you're successful at them not needing you anymore, no matter how much you think you're prepared for it, you're not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do.
And I'm going to tell you, it's the little things that start to add up. Like, I don't really buy that much groceries anymore because there's no one there to eat them and they go bad and I have to throw it away. So when I see her favorite snacks, or I have to throw food away because, you know, they're not eating the food.
Right. Well, my kids live with me and I'm going through the same thing because they have their own money. So they buy their own snacks.
Yeah.
Or they go out to have lunch with their friends.
And, you know, I've had to let go of whatever I considered my old definition of what a mother is or motherhood is. But what has really helped has been not viewing my new life as a mother as a loss. I view it instead as a change for me too. And I know I'm lucky because so many other parents out there wish they had my problems, right? Sometimes they have to watch their adult children who have made choices that maybe are a little painful to watch. And after maybe can require them to continually monitoring and activating their helping. And that's not my case. So that's why I feel like, yes, I'm sad. Yes, I've mourned. Yes, I'm just still trying to figure out what the hell do I do now?
Right. Yeah.
You know, because my other daughter does live with me. But she works full time. She comes home, eats, goes to sleep. The weekend she's gone, you know, as she should. And she's thriving, you know. And then I find myself like, wow, I really have a lot of time on my hands. I gotta spend more time with my husband. You know, I try and think to myself, what do I do with this new version of a mom that I am today. And I used to have these dreams of like, oh my God, I can't wait till I have alone time. I can't wait. And then it happens so damn fast that when you're in it, you're like, oh shit, this shit is real.
Yeah.
And it's so freaking, nobody talks about it, but well, maybe they do, but we didn't listen. But
Right.
it's the quietness. It's that. And you don't hear the arguing, the screaming, where's my shoe? Oh, you took my dress. You didn't ask if you can borrow it. Mom, oh yeah, Mom, what's for dinner? I'm hungry. Mom, do it. And it goes, you go from being a full-time Uber driver or having to go at the last minute to the dollar store to get, Mom, I have an art project due tomorrow. And you're like, you're telling me now?
Yeah.
Right.
And you go from being a tutor and being the person getting the favorite snacks and the person when your daughter or son is upset because they got their first broken heart and you're there trying to heal their heart or their first boo-boo. You're being pulled from the left, from the right, to the front, to the back all day for how many years? And then that's taking me years. And I'm still trying to come to terms with it. It's better, much better. And it's been through my friendships with you ladies and other people in my life. Of course, my husband. And they're my kids. My kids are always calling me and they're in my life, but they don't really need me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think a lot of parents are like, shit, they're really doing it out here. And we're just watching.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things too. Like, I mean, people talk about it, but it's one of those things where you really don't know what it feels like until you're actually there. Because I have like a lot of the mom friends through my children, and some of them had older kids. And I had one woman in particular that her older daughter was going away to college, and she was so sad about it. And, she confided in me. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, like, I don't know. I couldn't relate to how she was feeling, but I felt so sad for her. But my kids were still young at the time. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know until you're actually there. Because once my son graduated, my daughter just graduated, I mean, they still live with me, but it's definitely different.
It is.
Definitely felt the shift. Even though they're still here, like you say, your older daughter still lives with you, but she's never around.
I rarely see her.
Or she's in her room. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Or they have plans with their friends, so they're never really around.
Yeah.
But so those quiet moments were new for me. I mean, I've adjusted to them now, but before, when I've had that quiet time, and I'm gonna say that still, when I have those quiet moments at home, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, I'm home alone again.
Yeah. And you're alone. Monica, I remember in one of our episodes, I can't remember which one, but you said something about you can hear your own thoughts.
Yeah.
The thoughts that you can, it's so quiet.
Right.
You can hear your own thoughts. And that is not explainable until you're living
Right.
it. And then it's finding out. Because when you're a mom, you do almost everything, I think, you don't realize like how much you actually do. But guess what? It's no longer your responsibility anymore to check up whether she needs to go to the dentist.
Right.
Or has to have her teeth cleaned, or if she's getting enough sleep, or what does she eat for dinner, or what time did she come home last night? Like that ends when they completely leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have this dream, when they're done with college, they're going to come back home. And
That's
she
not
didn't.
always the case, yeah.
She came home for 8 weeks.
So let me ask you a question.
And I relished it. I was like, let me have you for 8 weeks.
While she was home, because prior to that, how long was she gone?
Well, she would come for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but she was gone for 3 years.
3 years. I was just listening to a podcast, so that's why I'm going to ask you this question. Because they said too that when her daughter comes to visit, even though she's been living at the dorm for so many years, and she doesn't know what she does every day, she's doing her own thing, but when she comes to visit, all of a sudden she's asking, oh, where are you? When are you coming home? Because she's actually staying at your house. Were you doing that?
Oh, that's a really great question. I'm going to be honest. I was for a little bit, and then I had to scale it back and be like, she's an adult. Like, she's been on her own for 3 years. Like, you gotta...
I mean, it's habit.
It's a habit,
there.
But it's funny because she would be like, Mom, why isn't there any food in this house? And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's chicken, there's lettuce, there's cheese. And she's like, because I don't buy snacks.
Right.
I don't have snacks. And now that I'm in this health journey about, you ladies know, like I like to cook. I even make my own freaking marinara sauce.
Right.
Lo que me falta hacer es mantequilla. Like I'm going to be churning my own butter soon. But she's like, Mom, there's no food. And I was watching all these funny TikToks of all these kids saying, what happened to my parents? Like, we moved out, they stopped eating.
Yeah.
You know, we eat, and the parents are like, oh, well, we just have cereal. You know, and I can relate to that, even though I'm a foodie. You know, I'm always on TikTok and Instagram showing recipes, but I don't cook like that. That's like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I'm like, let me do a little TikTok for fun, you know? But I think that once I saw that, you know, Juliana was really on her own and Alexandra was really completely gone, like in a completely different place, I was just like, I really got to figure out what to do with this extra time.
Yeah.
And not to keep bringing it up. But I think, Maritza, that's why I reached out to you at that time, because I was really going through it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, maybe we could do a podcast, you know? And that's when I started doing like a little bit more of social media stuff. And I know a lot of people say negative things about those things, and I get it, and I know why. But I really feel like for me, that kind of saved me. And being like, I'm getting, okay, now I'm going to get emotional. Like, I really feel Maritza, especially Monica and Maritza, like you guys telling me yes, so we could do this really helped me so much.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say
I think
that.
it's helped all of us.
Yeah. I just feel like at that moment, it was just like, if you would have said no, both of you, I would have accepted it. But I just think I would have been like, oh, okay. And then when you said yes, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And then I went in so hard.
You sure did.
I sure did. But that's why. I think now I realized why I went in so hard, because I had so much energy and time to put somewhere that I was feeling a void.
Right. You were trying to, I
was trying to fill a void. Yeah.
Exactly.
But now it's morphed into something more than that. And I'm still delusional, you know. But there's a lot of opportunities there to grow yourself, because I saw this lady who was 103 years old. I think I tagged you ladies. It was like a meme, not a meme, but it was like a video. Yeah. She was 103 years old, still alive, obviously. She was being interviewed. And the guy basically said to her something along the lines of like, you know, there's a lot of women or people who feel at the age of 50 or 60. She was like, oh, please, that's so young. I would give anything to be 50 and 60 years old. You have no idea how young that is. You have your whole life ahead of you. And I was like, wow. Like that was the first time that I was not afraid to turn 50.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And
that was social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the perspective of someone who's outlived a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's possible. You
realize like, wow,
like that.
There's so much to live for still. So if you're in the empty nester syndrome, yes, you may feel depression. You may feel scared, empty. What the hell am I going to do now? But this is the time for you to be a little selfish and figure all the things that maybe you wanted to do that you didn't have time for. Try it. Take that cooking class, do that yoga class, train for that marathon. Girl, do it now.
Yeah. Any little thing that you said, hey, I want to try that. Do it.
Because you have the time.
Live
your life. It's not over.
It is not.
For me, I'm in the same position as you, Jasmine, where I have my adult daughter living with me, going to school, working. So she's very independent. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't have to cook for her. I don't have to do her laundry or any of that. She does. She takes care of all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, at first it's like, do your own laundry. But it's like, wait, let me help you out here. I'm doing laundry today. And then I see all her stuff there. She's like, don't worry, I'm going to get mine done. And
I'm
like, nope, here's your laundry. It's all done. But because she's still there, you know, and she's there, but busy living her own life.
Yeah.
It's like we're roommates, you know, she comes and goes. Sometimes she'll be like, I miss you.
Oh,
you know, she'll sit with me and So, but it's a different feeling. So I haven't really felt that empty nest
just yet.
Crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Emotional. I don't consider myself an empty nester at all.
I mean, I don't even think I consider myself an empty nester all the way either, because my oldest daughter still lives with me, and my youngest, which is ironic, she's the one that really left, and she's 9 hours away. So that one I feel the hardest, and she was the baby, you know. But I'll tell you, I think that one of the hardest things, I think, for a lot of parents when their children leave the house, they're gone, you know, and they only come back for maybe like a week or two, certain months out of the year. You find yourself swimming in a house full of unused rooms. I have a big house. You ladies know that. I have many empty bedrooms, you know, and then you see memories in those rooms.
Right.
Piles of achievements and awards and clothes they don't wear anymore, and things that were really important to them in 9th and 10th grade. And now they're like, oh, just throw it away.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you know, and suddenly you just don't need all that space anymore. And you have to figure out what to do with those empty rooms and what to do with all those piles of memories that your own child is telling you to
Throw away.
get rid of. I'm going to tell you, it took me years. Actually, the last pile was the hardest pile to let go. Yeah. It was a big box full of just like her favorite outfits, you know?
Oh, wow.
I just gave it away like about 3 months ago. And I was like, oh, honey. You know, she was like, Mom, no, I'm never going to, you know, I'm never going to. Okay. So I took it to the Salvation Army. Well, first I tried to give it away to whoever, but she's really skinny. At that time, she was like a size 2, 02. So it was kind of hard to find that size, but I ended up giving it away. She had some like posters and books, all these things, you know, and I just wanted her to say, oh my God, Mom, I want those things. And she didn't want them.
They don't want it.
She didn't want it. So I held on, and my husband was like, babe, there's a lot of these. You got to get rid of it, babe. It's, you know, she's 21. She's not 17, you know, 16, 17. So I had to start letting them go. So I get to the last box, and I'm with my mom. And I'm like, Mami, she goes, ay, pero todo esto está bonito. ¿Cómo tú vas a regalar estas cosas? And I go, Mami, es que la niña no quiere. She doesn't want. She goes, ay, qué pena. You know, the whole thing. So I finally take the last box. It was a big box and like 2 of those big Marshalls bags that you can buy for like 99 cents. Yeah. I have like 20 of them. And I go and I give them away. I got in the car, I sat down, and I just started freaking crying. I was like, that's it. That was the last. It was the end of us. You know, it hurt. But it helped me because it gave me, like, something so simple like that gave me a little bit of closure.
Yeah.
That this is an end of an era, but that doesn't mean that there's not something new coming up that I don't know what it is. It could be selfish just for me, or maybe for my family as a whole. I don't know. But that is an end of an era, and I've said goodbye to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of myself. It took me time, though. It didn't happen in 3 months, and it didn't happen in 1 or 2 years. It took almost 3 years and change. And it still makes me tear up, you know, a little bit. But the wild thing was that my daughter was like, I'm really happy that you got rid of it, Mom. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Like, she told me, Mommy, I told you to get rid of that stuff years ago.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you that you did it. So I think it's important to give yourself the time that you need to depart from that stage of motherhood. And be excited about the new beginnings for the next chapter of your life. Maritza, isn't it that there was something you had said something along the lines of what's our second act?
Right.
And I think that's what I'm figuring out now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about a couple years ago, right before my daughter was graduating. And I was already having those moments by myself and thinking, what now? What am I going to do with my time? Like, I mean, yeah, at that time I was still busy with her. You know, she was in sports and all that, but I knew it was coming, you know, that it was looking at me around the corner. And I'm like, I know I'm going to have all this time. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I still don't have the answer.
Right. You're still here like, what do I do?
What am I going to do? I still don't know. But like you said, I mean, we started this podcast, and this has been a nice, you know, something that we started to kind of fill that void. Exactly. And this just gets you started, because you're like, all right, I did this now. Okay, what else can I do? You know, what else can I add onto my list of things that I can do now? Because, you know, I have that extra time.
Yeah. So I know that we're talking about all the sad things about being an empty nester, but there's some parents out there that are like, woohoo, like, they're like really excited about this next chapter. And I saw this on TikTok, this lady, and I was like, that lady made me laugh so much. So I wanted to play it for you guys.
Everybody talking about being an empty nester. Well, here's what they don't tell you. Way too much peace and quiet. You hear that? There's no door slamming. There's no yelling. Just quiet. Just peace. Unbelievable. Then there's the refrigerator that stays full. Who wants a refrigerator that stays full for 24 hours or more? I myself missed the thrill of going to the refrigerator and seeing that my leftovers had vanished, along with all the other snacks and my paycheck. Only 2 loads of laundry this week? Boring. I miss having to sort through 27 pairs of mixed matched socks that are inside out, and then trying to get ramen noodles off a hoodie. What is life? There's no Legos to step over. There's no smells to wonder if it was a forgotten sandwich or if it was a science experiment. What? Did anybody else miss the surprise at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday night of their child coming to them and say, hey, I need a trifold poster board by tomorrow? I just don't even know what to do with myself. Y'all do know I'm being sarcastic, right? Fuck them kids. Feel free to add yours in the comments.
She said, fuck them kids. And I'm so grateful that I get to see, like, because at first I was like, oh, wow, she's like really saying a lot of the things that I was feeling. And I didn't expect her at the end to say, man, fuck them kids. So I found that to be kind of funny. But there's so many ways you can take this. I think the most important thing, every parent is going to take it differently.
Absolutely.
Right. Every parent's relationship with their children is different, but I think we can all admit that there is a lot of empty time. And when you're not used to that, you have to say, what do I do with that time? That I think is the hardest thing for most people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I work full time, so I have bulk of my hours during the day full. Mm-hmm. But when my daughter was younger, it was work and then straight to this, that, the other, sports, travel, this, there was always something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have that anymore. So now I'm still trying to figure out, okay, so after work, I have this time. And I do. Mm-hmm. What do I do? Besides now we have the podcast. So I do that and I keep myself busy with that. But there was a while there, it was like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
God. And it's like, I really do need to spend a lot more time with Mike now. Thank God I like him.
Oh yeah, the husband. That's right.
No, but seriously, like now I understand why, like, I mean, I don't mean to be negative, but that's why like a lot of couples also, they're like, I'm out.
Right.
Yeah, no, that happens.
It happens. And I was researching it. I didn't want to be negative, but it's a reality of life. And you're like, hey, we were just together because we were both really great parents and we wanted to give stability to our children. And it's something that we both had in common, was keeping this family together, paying the bills and making sure our children were with 2 parents. And then they're gone. And you're like, yeah, there's nothing keeping us maybe together anymore. That is a lot more common than you think.
You're not only you're rediscovering yourself during this time you have. Now you have to try to rediscover each other.
Exactly.
And not everyone is going to get along
or they haven't really been getting along. And
maybe
now it's kind of like, resurfaced.
Maybe.
We don't get along.
Or even they do get along, but it's just like, going through the motions and just day-to-day stuff because you're busy with work, life, and kids.
Yeah.
Now that's just you two. It can,
Or then you have the parents that take the kids' room and they make it into a chicka-pow-pow room. Red room. I don't know really what that means. I mean, I have an idea of what that may mean, but I saw it online. They were like, oh, we're going to do a red room. And I was like, is it literally a red room with like a red light?
Yeah, and it's a little dark, and I'm sure they have a lot of toys and decorations.
Swings.
Whips.
Whips and chains.
Ya tú sabes.
Hey, but it wouldn't hurt to put a stripper pole in there.
That's what I said. Poles.
There's a class for that.
I actually know somebody who teaches a stripper. I'm going to ask her if she wants to be on our show.
You wouldn't be surprised. I know people that have even, young people, older people, like they take those classes.
Yeah.
They're good classes.
Let me see if I could hang on.
Yeah.
Like Cardi B.
That's crazy. But, I was looking online. I was like, what is the average age of parents who are going through the empty nester phase? And they were like late 40s up until the early 60s. They're like, that's the demographic of when parents are really like, oh, it's I'm done.
Right.
And I don't think I'm done because still my daughters call me and they're like, Mommy this, Mommy that. It's not like that, but it's that phase of them really not needing me every day that's over. And that's taken. I think people should know, if they're listening to us, that take the time that you need to get used to that, to adjust to that. If it takes you years, it takes you years. I think that like, oh, you should just get over it fast. No. You've been their parent for 18, 19, 20 years, and now you're just supposed to turn that switch off and be like, no, take the time that you need to rediscover yourself. Get the good stuff back.
Right.
Figure it out.
Do the work.
Put in the work for yourself.
Put in the work. Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that people have always wanted to do and couldn't do it because they were full-time parents. Maybe there was money issues or I don't want to say issues, but, financial hardships because kids are expensive, But maybe now you can take that 10-day cruise. Maybe now you could take that fancy gym membership you've always, like Equinox. That stuff is expensive. But maybe you're like, you know what? I'm going to spend $250 a month or whatever they charge. I don't know what they charge, but I'm going to spend that much on me because that's what I've always wanted to do. Or I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. But this is the time for you to say you can be a little selfish. Go for it. Do it now. Because when are you going to do it?
Right.
Yeah. Give yourself grace. Becoming an empty nester is a transition. Right. So you have to, I know it brings a lot of emotions, but you got to feel those emotions. And like you said, it's like a stage of grief. There's nothing wrong with it. Feel those emotions, go through it, and then pick yourself up.
It is, Monica. I can't believe I didn't use that word earlier. It is like a grief. It is a loss, but it's not really a loss. It's more like the fear of rediscovering yourself without them.
Right.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah.
Because that was a big part of my identity. It really was.
Right. But you do kind of lose, you're losing yourself. You're losing that part of yourself.
That version of yourself.
Yeah.
So now you rediscover the new you.
Yeah.
The different chapter that's coming along. And explore all things. Like, I know for us, no is a very big word.
No is the new motto. It's the new motto.
The new motto.
Okay.
But in this phase of life, also,
yes.
Right.
Exactly.
No to bullshit. Set your boundaries. No means no. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do it to please you. Yes to what I want.
Exactly.
Because we spent a lot of those years with our kids putting ourselves last, right? Everything, I need a brand new outfit. I have a wedding to go to, whatever the case is. I need to go shopping. I don't come back with stuff for me. That was the goal. But in the end, it's like, oh, for you, all this stuff. She needs this, or let's buy her shoes, or now, and don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
Put you first, because we tend to feel guilty.
It's
Release
funny
the
you're
guilt.
saying that because I just had my wisdom teeth removed. Okay. It was one of the biggest fears I've ever had in my life. I prolonged it way too long. I should have done it years ago. But my daughter also needs to have her wisdom teeth removed. So I made the appointment and I am telling her, she goes, oh my God, Mom, I need to have my wisdom teeth removed. And I was like, well, you better figure it out. And she was like, Mom. And I was like, no, I'm 40 plus. Mommy's going to be 49. You're 21. I'm going to have my wisdom teeth removed first because I actually feel pain, and I should have them removed first because I'm 49, babe. You figure it out in the future. I'm done. It was the first time, I'm being dead ass serious, that I put myself first, because I would have been like, no, my daughter, always my children first. But I felt a little pain, and I mustered up the courage to do it. And I just wanted to go with the momentum because I've been prolonging it for years. And it was the first time that I really said no to her. I went last week online. This is way TMI. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I opened up my drawer. I was like reorganizing like my underwear drawer and stuff. And I was like, fuck, my underwear's so old. It's so old. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm so humiliated. Like, these things are like so old. I was like, I'm just gonna go buy myself new bras and panties, you know? I can't believe I'm saying this. So embarrassing. And I was like, I heard Skims, and I went on Skims and I was like, oh, that's nice. And I ordered like $100 worth of underwear and it's coming tomorrow. And I'm so excited about getting new underwear because I always just put my daughters first.
Right,
And it didn't matter if my bra had a hole in it or one of the little hooks was broken. No, I always my daughters first. So yes, it's TMI, but it's very true what you said, Monica.
It is. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but yet that can wait. That can wait. I'll do this. And
I have a girlfriend who told me that. She was like, Jasmine, I don't even want to show my bras because it's humiliating. But somehow, some way, I always come home from Target with a new outfit for my daughter.
Yeah.
And I really need a new bra. And I was like, I understand that.
Yeah, because you don't feel for some reason you feel guilty.
You feel guilty.
You feel guilty about buying yourself stuff.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't, because you need stuff too.
I know.
Well, by that time you're just tired too, because you've done so much shopping for your kids. You're like, all right, I just want to go home. I'm hungry.
No, but let's be honest. Like, I spent hours online looking for bras and underwear. Hours. I was like, oh, let me look at this. I was reading reviews. Who the fuck has time for that shit? Nobody has time for that shit. You go to Target, Walmart, Macy's, wherever you're going, you're like, give me 3-4 panties, or Victoria's Secrets when there's a big sale, and call it a day. That's literally how moms are. It's like, if it fits, and hopefully it's not like neon yellow, you know, because it's always the ones that are on sale that are like these weird colors, you know?
Right.
But it's like, you just get what you need to get and you're out the door. And this was the first time, I think, in 20 years that I was like, I'm going to buy myself some intimate apparel and I'm going to read reviews and I'm going to see the size that really it should be. Who the fuck has time for that when you have daughters in 5th grade?
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No, it's quick. You got to be quick.
You got to be quick, out the door. And that shit's probably from Walmart. Let's keep it real.
Ain't no shame.
Ain't no shame
In that game.
Ain't no shame in that game. Who was that country singer that she was like, I could wear my lingerie from Walmart and still look good? Oh my God. I'm a redneck woman with no high heel.
That Dolly Parton?
No. Forget it. I say, hell, hey, hee, haw. That song is old as shit. But I remember she said in that song, I don't need no fancy like stuff from Victoria's Secret. I can still look good in my Walmart bras. Gretchen Wilson.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
I'm terrible with names.
I don't really listen to country music, but I remember that song because she was like, hell yeah, you know. So I remember that every time I put on my Walmart bra. It wasn't from La Perla, I'll tell you that much.
No, because I used to go to like Victoria's Secrets and I'll be like looking like, oh my God, $50.
$50.
Oh my God, that's me.
$50.
Yeah. Like, oh
and now I'm like, wow, how much is that? $35? I'm going to get that shit.
Yeah. Now it's like $50. Okay, $50. Here you go.
Shit. I know.
I need this. I need this.
You don't feel so bad anymore.
I need this. And I'm like, wow, it has like a little bow on it. How cute.
Right.
So pretty.
It's so pretty. You start to feel feminine again.
Yeah. Right.
I know we're being silly right now, but this is the truth. It's like you start to feel like, oh, I think I would like to see what I look in that, you know? Your body is different, of course, and you're older, but we're still women.
Yeah, you're still sexy.
And you're still a little sexy. You just got a little more to grab.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Hey, my husband's not complaining.
Exactly. So you put on a show for him. Now you have all those rooms.
I said, hell yeah, hee-haw.
Yeah, exactly. You have all the rooms.
All the rooms.
I don't have that room. Trust me. There's just a Peloton in there right now.
You're the one that told us about the red room. I mean,
No, I didn't. I swear, I was just researching for the show, and I read that, and I was like, red room. Oh,
there was a video that I was listening to when they said something about because I guess the person asked like, what's the craziest thing you've done since, and they were like, they do it
since the kids left. Okay,
doing it on a golf cart while it's moving. Yeah. I was like, whoa,
shut up. No
shame. They didn't care, and we crashed.
became
We
free.
crashed. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I can't.
People do crazy shit.
People do crazy.
It's freedom. It's the freedom to do whatever you want.
To be wild.
Wild and free.
Wild and free.
No, the wildest thing I did was order from Skims.
Which you still got time.
I'm really excited to get my order.
You still got time to get wild and free.
Maybe that's the next stage.
Oh, gosh.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
You could buy the books.
Oh,
Try the
gosh.
poses.
Stop. Qué pena.
That's what we do when we're home alone, right?
Exactly.
For me, there was one time I was literally home alone. My daughter was gone for the weekend or whatever. And I had to grab something from the other room. And I just got out of the shower. And I'm like, oh my God. Sure enough, I said, fuck it. You're running around the house naked. You want to grab shit. My dogs are looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this woman? And I'm literally like, oh my God! Like yelling, like they're gonna see me.
Whoa, nobody's home.
Right, nobody's home.
Nobody's home.
Nobody cares.
Nobody.
Yeah. But yeah, the shit like that. It's like, oh, well. I'm like, whoa, nobody's here. Hold on.
Now you don't have to worry. Yeah, just walk around naked. They're not there no more.
I know. It's wild. It's wild. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's your letting go of a chapter of your life and beginning. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's true. And just starting a new one.
Yeah,
and it's full of excitement. But you're still mom. Trust me. My daughter calls me all the time.
Yeah, I don't think that ever stops.
That'll never stop.
You never stop parenting.
No.
Yeah.
But it's just a different version of parenting.
You're like mom coach.
Yeah.
Mom life coach now.
Yeah.
Right.
And and that's why I said earlier today, how many parents would trade places with us to say, wow, like I wish that my children were in the same position, that they're thriving, that they're healthy, and they're not dealing with real problems, whether it's alcohol abuse or drug abuse or mental illness. That's also very real, you know? And so sometimes you need to be grateful instead of focusing on the sadness and focusing on the emptiness or what do I do now? Also focus, you did a good job. You raised a good kid, a good son, a good daughter, where they're thriving and living their best lives and trying to do something great. That's also because you were a great mom and a great dad and you put in the work that needed to be put in. So that happens.
Yeah.
So be proud of yourself because you did a great job.
Pat yourself on the back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what you raise them. You raise them to be strong, independent, to be able to do the things in life that are needed to be done without you, right? To make your own doctor's appointments, you know, to do all that on your own.
Exactly.
You know, and it's funny in the beginning when they do that.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
calling you every 5 seconds.
Well, I'm really proud. Listen,
Oh, yeah. My son used to be like, Mom, she's going to
What does this mean?
touch me.
Yeah.
I'm really proud that I
luck, bye.
raised 2 daughters that are Gen Z that don't do the Gen Z stare.
What's that?
The Gen Z stare?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
What is that?
What do you, oh my goodness. Okay, so the Gen Z stare is basically, they're saying that when people interact with a person who is a Gen Z generation, for example, let's say you're Gen Z, Monica, and you walk into Macy's. You're looking at the juniors department. And I'm like, hey, is there anything that I can help you with? And you're like,
Just staring. What do you mean?
and you're like, if there's anything that you need, my name is Jasmine. I'll be around. If you're looking for anything or need a little help, let me know. Again, my name is Jasmine.
I've never seen that look before.
Me either.
It's all over social media, the Gen Z stare. Or they'll be like, or in a restaurant, what would you like to order?
Oh no, that's a parenting thing right there.
I know.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
don't care how
I've never
old
seen
kids are.
It's the Gen Z stare. Well, it's trending right now, so that's why I brought it up. So I was like, my daughters are not like that, and they're Gen Z, and they're also saying that Gen Z are the new boomers.
Oh wow.
What?
Yes, you guys gotta be like on top of it. We're podcasters now.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that.
I can't spend a lot of time on social media.
I know. But no, that's something that I saw earlier this week, and I was like, oh my God. But Gen Z is pretty cool. We have
I could see that.
pretty
A lot of them
amazing
have
kids.
old souls.
Yes, and they were also raised by their abuelitos, a lot of them. who are boomers. So they're saying that they don't know how to, communicate too well, that they're poor communication skills, and that they're judgmental and stingy with money.
Those abuelos, yeah.
So they're like, they're the new boomers. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying this is what they're saying, that
Those raised by the abuelos.
they're the new boomers.
I could see that.
Yes. Sorry, Gen Z.
News to me. I've never heard any of this, but okay.
Okay.
But I could see that because they're being raised by the abuelos. And the abuelos, our abuelos are very...
They are, and they are a little stingy.
Yeah, they
are. Gen Z is very-
savers. They
don't like to spend money. They don't like to go to parties. They don't like to go to clubs, and they're very cheap. A lot of them, boomers, are the same way.
Okay.
Gen X, we spent everything. We partied.
We did party.
We partied hard, and we spent all our money.
You're talking to, because those boomers over there in what's that place called?
I know what you're talking about. The one in Orlando. Ay, ¿cómo se llama?
In the villages.
They booming over there.
Baby, you got that boom, boom, pow.
Clearly not that kind of boomer.
Dang, the villages?
Yeah.
Listen, they just opened up a Hooters.
I heard that.
Es una locura.
Wow. Yeah.
Oye, listen, I've never been, but I can only
She's
imagine.
always like, I've never been and I don't know, but let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
How do you know?
Because yo estoy en todo. And I'm going to tell you, those little things that you take a shower with? I don't really use them, but...
The loofahs?
No, not a loofah. Well, I guess it's a loofah, but it's not with the one with the stick. It's the one that has like the little white string, the little scrunchy thing that you lather up.
Loofah.
Is that a loofah?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought a loofah was the one with the long stick.
No, well, it'll have a loofah on a stick.
Okay, well, this is just a little smushy thing, okay? And people tie them to their golf carts, and they're different colors. And supposedly every color means something sexually at the villages. Not that I know, I just heard.
Okay.
Bro, I'm going to take
I'm
a
living
ride
like
to
under
the
a rock
villages.
or something because I don't know nothing. I'm like, what?
We need to go over there and interview some people.
Exactly.
That's the next stage of our life. We need to know what is going on.
Okay, so I just Googled it real quick. Look, I'm telling you,
She Googled it. She doesn't have her laptop
We're literally
here. She's
becoming
lying.
like
No,
Joe
I'm just
Rogan.
kidding.
Like, we're going to have to hire somebody to start
Right.
Googling shit, okay? So the village's loofah color code, it says, according to the loofah code, different color loofahs represent the owner's swinging preferences. White loofahs are for beginners, purple is for voyeurs, and pink is for those who like to wife swap. Blue, yellow, and black represent low, middle levels, and full partner swapping respectfully at the villages.
Wow. So they don't even use pineapples anymore.
That's all I know about is the pineapples.
And I just learned that.
And yeah, exactly.
I was going to wear a shirt that had a pineapple, and my husband was like, you're not wearing that.
You think I'm kidding?
Wow.
Okay, I'm not kidding.
It even has their logo on it. The
And
village.
even the villages. Listen, them boomers, they got that boom, boom, pound. Check my style.
I think I want to go over
Copy
there
my swagger.
and have a little chat with these boomers.
Come get it. Come and get it.
Come and get it. How many licks does it take?
Yo me estoy muriendo. We totally got off the empty nester thing. But listen, they're empty nesters.
They're empty
and
nesters.
They are
They're
living
definitely
out their fantasies.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, they've been empty nesters for quite some time.
exactly.
So they have a lot of advice to give on the
how you can make it better. Well, I'm not doing the loofah thing. Forget about it. Forget about it.
don't put the loofahs on your golf carts.
Ay, Dios mío, qué pena.com. Yo me muero.
Now, if I see a loofah, bro.
Wait, what does the green one mean? I just curious because I have a green one hanging in my bathroom.
I am now officially the researcher for Red Lips in the background. What was your question again, Maritza?
What does the green one mean?
What does green loofah mean at the villages?
That is funny.
Vamos a ver lo que dice. In the villages, a green loofah hanging on a golf cart typically signifies that the driver is not willing to participate.
That's the perfect one.
There you go. I have a green one. on, it's not in my golf cart, but it's hanging in my bathroom.
Leaving. Go, 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 go.
I'm gonna hang that shit in my car, my golf cart. Over here.
Ay, Dios mío, I'm dying over here. Hi, chicas. This was a great show. Well,
So, as you can see, there's some fun in the future.
Yeah. There's a light
Some
at the end of the
excitement.
tunnel.
There's some light at the end of the tunnel.
You
for
can have
sure.
fun. Make it fun.
Well, I think here, there's something really sweet here that I found online that says that the single most important thing you can do as an empty nester is to reassess your values and deliberately seek out new interests, new activities, new passions, new aspirations, and new purpose for beings for yourself. And I think that that's a very important thing too. We joke around and it's been so much fun to talk about this, but it is a journey on figuring out what you're going to do your next phase.
Yeah.
And it's okay to take that time for you. Take the time that you need to figure it out. Take the time that you need to figure out what it is that's going to bring you joy. You are allowed to laugh, to be sexual, to be funny again, to buy that sexy underwear,
Yeah.
You're allowed. It's okay. Do it.
And you're also allowed to have the meltdown in your car if you need to.
That's okay too. That's
cry it
all
out.
okay. Yeah, definitely.
And it's okay to be sad.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a little bit of depression too, because I think, no, get over it. Come on. But it's like, let people be sad.
No, feel your feelings.
Feel your feelings.
Yeah.
I hate when people say, snap out of it. It's like, let her, if she wants to be sad for 6 months, let her freaking be sad for 6 months. Check up on her. Hey, you want to grab some coffee? Hey, do you want to go watch Spider-Man with me? If she says no, fine, but keep inviting her. She'll snap out of it, but let her take the time, or the father take the time that they need to adjust to their new life. Grieving and mourning and having sadness is definitely normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. And don't isolate yourself though.
Yeah, you got to go through the motions to get to the other side.
Yeah.
And I think you had mentioned before that this is just, you're still a mom. It's just, this version of you is, changing, right? It shifts.
Yeah.
And I think that when you get to this point where you have grown up children, whether they're gone, you're living, out of home or living with you still, I think what's special about it, and sometimes we don't see it right away, is the bond that we create with them as young adults. And that's something that I'm enjoying right now.
Me too.
Because, they're like, hey, Mom, let's hang out. Let's go to the movies, or
Doesn't that
let's
feel
go
great?
to a concert. And
It does.
or let's have a drink together. I mean, it's just, I love this stage.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's a good stage to be in where you're, and the conversations that you guys have, the deep conversations that you can have with your adult children is amazing.
And when your adult children still want to hang out with you.
Right.
I have a stepdaughter and a stepson. I love them dearly. I consider my stepdaughter, honestly, to be like one of my closest friends. I didn't experience the empty nester with her at all. But it took a really long time, many years, to grow the bond together. And let me tell you, I think aside from being a mom and a wife and building my family, has also been what I built with my stepchildren. And the fact that my stepdaughter wants to hang out with me sometimes. And she's like, hey, I'm going to come over. I'm going to bring a bottle of wine. And that she likes me, really enjoys my company. I'm like, man, I'm proud of that shit. It feels because I love her to death. She's literally like one of my closest friends. And it was not easy to get here, but we got here.
Right.
And I'm proud of that too.
And that's the kind of relationship you look forward to with your adult kids.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wanted to read a quick little quote here that I found from a lady named Kim Alexis. It's very simple, very short, but powerful. She said, the biggest change for me as a mom was realizing that I needed to put someone else before me. Now, the hardest part about being an empty nester is learning that I got to put myself first now. Kim Alexis. And I was like, I think that was the simplest way to say it. Yeah. And that's what we've been talking about today. It's going to take you time. You have to mourn, feel your feelings like Maritza said, but enjoy the ride on figuring out your new chapter.
And that's a wrap on today's episode of Red Lips Real Talk. Whether you're crying or dancing in your empty house with your silk robe, just know that you're not alone. This stage of life is full of feelings. Feel them, go through it. But also, it's full of freedom, discovery, and yes, a little fun too. Have fun. So give yourself grace, give yourself permission, and most importantly, give yourself that second glass of wine.
And make sure you choose the right color loofah.
Green. Oh, mine is green.
Thank you guys for being here, and
Hasta la próxima.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to subscribe to our show so you don't miss an episode.
we will be dropping an episode every 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, like seriously. Subscribe now.
So just chill to the next episode. Follow us on Insta and TikTok.
Hasta la próxima.